What's up everybody, Rob Ferrari here in my bathroom. And how often do I get to make a video in my bathroom with you guys? No, it's because of these guys. Laifen Wave is the toothbrush that I'm going to introduce you today. Laifen has introduced technology into the toothbrush game to make your brushing experience even more effective and even better than you could have ever imagined. And I bet you've never experienced any emotions opening a toothbrush box before, but this is really packaged like an Apple product where it's luxury. Like the Apple braided covered charging cable, magnetic right to the bottom. And then it comes with 3 distinct heads. With Laifen, you're able to elevate your brushing experience. With both 60-degree oscillation and vibration combined, you're able to get 3 times higher cleaning efficiency. The servo system precisely controls the brush's head's 60-degree oscillations with an accuracy of 0.01. The servo system uses PID algorithms and Hall sensors to generate consistent brushing power even when encountering resistance. Stronger power plus softer bristles equal a better clean while protecting your gums. The customizable app accommodates your brushing habits. It has 3 settings and 10 levels. Adjustable across 3 settings, you have vibration strength, oscillation range, and oscillation speed. And they can be adjusted while brushing teeth for instant feedback. To try out the Laifen Wave, I put a couple of links in the description. You can click on any of them. It's going to get you one of these in your mouth. That's what you're looking for. It's going to elevate your toothbrushing game, and your oral care, whether you like it or not, is or should be very important to your life. So check them out. Link in the description. I want to thank them for sponsoring today's video. And now let's get to some car things. All right, everybody, Rob Ferrari here, and my, let's just say, least favorite part of the business is when I have to work, right? Because it's nice to have a business where you don't have to really do anything. You can just sort of manage it from the comfort of your own couch. But the thing that attracts a lot of people to this business is that they get access to drive the cars. Now, I've bought cars that I've never had to even drive. If I get a new car, like a new Range Rover, I don't have to drive it. I know it's perfect. But when I buy a used car, this one's got 4,500 miles on it, I sort of have to get behind the wheel of it. And this is probably the only time I'm going to be driving this car. But before I hand it off to a customer, I want to make sure I notice stuff that most other people won't, right? I'll get in the car and I'll feel a vibration, I'll notice something. So this is one of those times where I end up having to drive a car. This car's going out for several months right now, and we're going to take it for a spin, and I'll let you know my thoughts. Now I had this exact car in a different color that I spec'd. I went through this and told you the stuff they like and didn't like, but I'm going to show you the option that I didn't get, which is actually pretty trick and pretty much my favorite thing about the car. Let's get in and go for a ride. I don't have my sunglasses. Don't need my sunglasses. Let's go. Let's have a good time. Now, when you think of a ride, you're going to be like, I want to go to Starbucks. I want to go on a highway. I want to feel any vibration. The most notable thing, because obviously the car is clean, the most notable thing that I think I'm going to notice is any sort of bent wheel or vibration or suspension noise. That's really why I take it out. It's got 1 tick under full, so I got to gas it up anyway. But let's take her for a spin. Now, I told you there was an option that I really liked that I didn't get on my car. I thought that $8,000 steering wheel, and I don't know if they come together or not. This is something I didn't get. I decided to put the Italian leather stripe on it. So they had the red, green, and white on a stripe on the steering wheel with red, green, and white stitching around it. They ended up not giving me that option, so I just got a black steering wheel with red stitching or something like that. But this steering wheel is like $8,000. I'm like, I don't really need that. But I think the steering wheel comes with this. And if you look, and you can look at it, it's a little passenger infotainment center, and you can swipe through that and play with it. It'll tell you a lot of different stuff. And if I watch this, go back to that. I'm going to change the mode of the car, and you're going to see what mode I'm in. So you're getting all this telemetry data that, I mean, obviously you're looking down. You don't have to look over and be like, how fast are we going? It's right in front of you. That's a very cool little option they've got there. But I didn't get that on my car. Objectively, it's not my car anymore. I sold it. But that is one thing, like if I were to have another one that I was ordering for myself, I would do that. You have a stop sign. There we go. It's a new stop sign. That's the only reason people don't stop at it yet because it's still new. So there's a stop sign, then there's a sign that says there's a stop sign. All right. So obviously quick. That's 70% throttle on this car. And the problem you're gonna run into with this car is fast as stink, but it just doesn't excite me. And I went over this in yesterday's video, or the other day by the time this posts. I went over it in the other video that I want noise. And this thing is tight, it does everything well, but it doesn't have the noise that I'm hoping for. And that really makes the experience for me. If I'm gonna sacrifice not having a manual transmission for the performance of, I'm gonna put the windows up just in case my microphone is not loving this. But if I'm not gonna have the performance of the car, I'm gonna want a convertible top, I'm gonna want it to look good, and I'm gonna want some sort of noise. Like I can't sacrifice everything. I'm sacrificing noise and fun for looks and speed. It's just not for me. Then you might as well just go get a Tesla and drive your Model S Plaid for 70 grand. It's a nice car. Like I don't have to really go too far in this car. I'm gonna go up the road and just give it one quick pass. Sometimes you won't feel the wheel vibration under 100, and that's the reason I'm gonna go out and sort of put 10 miles on the car and make sure it's perfect for the guy. Because when I represent the car as perfect, I don't want to just take somebody else's word for it. I'm not going to trust the dealer. I'm going to check myself, inspect it myself when possible, and at least drive it to make sure everything is okay. And not drive it for fun, but drive it for almost like a mechanic would, right? Just for accuracy. Who puts these things in automatic? This car goes out in an hour, so I can sort of have fun for 15 minutes, get it gassed up, and get back to work. See, this is what I don't understand, though. You really can't enjoy. Have you ever? This is a manual seat. Have you ever moved a manual seat and tried to move it back while you're driving, and next thing you know, you're sitting in the back seat? That happens to me. So I really have like a fear of moving my seat while driving. It's like artwork. Like, I don't know who would be upset having this in their driveway, in their garage. It's gorgeous. There's a little stretch right here I could probably get on. Don't go in my lane. Don't do it. Doesn't take much. I don't know what we were doing there, probably 140, 150, okay. That, to go 60 to 150 that quickly, it's a quick car. I'm never gonna argue that for a stock car, but it's just unnecessary to make a car this good looking and this fast without having the noise. The noise kills it for me. And that's why I sold my other one. If not, I would have kept it. Oh, there we go, we can get off there. But I mean, everything it does, it corners, it handles, it brakes. The brakes, I guess I have to warm up a little bit. They are carbons, but it does what it's got to do. The thing is, if you're spending, just say $500,000, $400,000 what I paid for this, I don't think if you're not like completely a car guy, you're upset with this. You're okay with it. You're like, oh, it's everything I'm looking for. But when you experience that Ferrari sound, you need to have that somewhere in the garage, right? You can't just have this as your only Ferrari. This is cool if you want the new Ferrari, because some people are more concerned about having the newest, coolest stuff. I'm more concerned with having something that's fun and sounds good. And if that makes me the old nostalgic guy, that's great, but it's really what I enjoy. Because I'm not really doing much. You know what, let me just rip a U-turn here. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. It's a perfect donut spot, but it's like a residential neighborhood with the like slow down for kids sign. All right. Adult Rob checking in. line comes so quickly in this car, so that actually automatic shifted for me because it hits so quickly. The thing that I never use though, and this is why I didn't get this steering wheel, is I'm never looking at this, right? And the way I like to drive cars, I know what 8,000 RPM sounds like. So if I shift at 7,500, I don't really care. I'm having a good time. I like to shift more so off of sound than like looking at this thing, which is just winging up so quickly anyway. It sort of defeats the purpose, which is why it was an option that I didn't get. But that screen for a passenger is pretty. Is it cool? You're the passenger. It's cool. So I got a thumbs up. It's going to be a mute today, but it's okay.
It's a nice toy.
It's a nice toy. I do like that the law, it's got the speed limit there, so it says like 55 and it turns it red because it knows I'm speeding. But like if you're driving a Ferrari, it doesn't really matter what the speed limit is because you shouldn't be driving a Ferrari if you care about that. Put those windows up again. Apologies on the audio if the audio sucks, but you know, I don't think I've ever been over, I mean, these go quick, but I don't think I've ever been over like 170 in an F8. I've definitely gone faster in my 458. Because you're going fast and you're like, all right, cool, I'm going fast. And it's fast, don't get me wrong. And I guarantee you the SF90 and the 296 is even faster with the electric assist. It just doesn't resonate literally with me. That's what I'm talking about. A car like this, to even think that you want to add adaptive cruise control as an option. I mean, when do you need adaptive cruise control in a Ferrari? If you're driving this thing like with adaptive cruise control, I'll just sell the car. It wasn't meant for you. But it's wild that that's even an option that they offer. But it does show you can buy a used Ferrari with 1,200 miles on it, and it's just somebody else parking it for you. That's what's good about exotic cars. You can go buy a 10-year-old car with no mileage, and especially if they depreciate, you're getting that exact experience you want for a fraction of the cost, which is what I love about the 458. There's enough of them out there and enough people collecting them that, yeah, I'm going to put 5,000 miles a year, so I'll put 25,000 miles on a car, then sell it, and I'll have to pay to get the lower mile car, but there's always going to be a new 458 for me, at least in my lifetime. All right, let's head up the gas station, get this thing topped off. Good tires on the back too, so to blow the these are 305, so 305 Michelin Pilot Sport. This is the 4S, I think. Yeah, it's a 4S. 4S is a great street tire. It's not a track tire, but you don't really want a track tire if you're going to be driving on the street because when the weather sucks, not as safe. But it's a pretty car. I do regret like some of the carbon fiber I really like. All right. Splash and go, as they say. I have my credit card back. I do like how they changed the wipers to a dial too. Now this car is actually going on adventure drives with us. Same customer renting it is shipping it out to Colorado for the trip. So if you want to see this thing in action, and he's really going to appreciate this car more when he gets into the mountains, in the desert. And I'm glad this has a full clear bra on it too, because the clear bra, especially when you're going through Utah, the rocks, a lot of rocks kick up in Utah. I don't know why. But that's Utah is where we got all the rock chips on that McLaren that the guy tried to charge me $100 grand for. So what we have here is a perfect car. That's what the customers are paying for. That's what I deliver. And I did my job. That's probably unless I have to park it on adventure drives or something like that, this is probably the last time I'm going to drive this car prior to selling it. So if you want a used, a twice used F8 Spider in like November, you know my number. Rob Ferretti, Here at Gotham Dream Cars, Teaneck, New Jersey. Signing off. See you next time. All right, I can't open the door while you're still recording because it's on my phone. That's all right. And this
It's
thing.
hot. Hot.
Why didn't you point the AC vent at you?
It's not on anyway.
Well, now it's on. It's less hot when you point the
Yeah,
cool
no shit.
cool air at you. I won't tell anyone.
Whatever.
Oh wait, I have it on video. I'm gonna tell everybody.